2 Indian soldiers on January 8 were tortured, killed by Pakistani army elements. And now Headlines Today is about to reveal information that's as worrying as it is shocking. Brutality on the line of control is all too common. This is the story never told by the army, the story of horrific events as they played out on the 1st of August 2011.
Two Indian jawans tortured, killed, decapitated on the hands of Pakistani brutes. But this was not the first horror. This was not the first brutality. This was not the first barbarism. Now, for the first time on Indian television, Headlines Today tells you the full story of Pakistan's original savagery. The date, August 1, 2011. The location, Kupwara sector on the line of control. Indian braves of the 20th Kumaon are manning the LOC. But things in Delhi are supposed to be on an upswing. 18 months after 26/11, Pakistan's glamorous new foreign minister has just made her first visit to India. Sporting her Hermes Birkin bag, she's charmed one and all. New Delhi and Islamabad are hailing a new era in Indo-Pak ties.
We feel that the relationship between the two countries should not be held hostage by the past that the two countries have faced.
The outcomes have been as per our expectations.
Less than 2 weeks later, it's not all handshakes and beaming smiles on the front line. It's late summer. The troops are on alert, awaiting the fresh wave of infiltration bids before winter kicks in. The jawans of the 20th Kumaon Battalion are in the process of handing over forward posts along the line of control to their comrades of the 19th Rajput. That's when it happens. Pak army intruders ambush a post of the 20 Kumaon. The post is being manned by Havildar Jaipal Singh Adhikari and Lance Nayak Devinder Singh. They are outgunned and outnumbered, but try to fight back. But it's not enough. They are captured, tortured on the spot, killed, and horrifically decapitated. Their brutalized torso left behind as the Pak army intruders escape, carrying the severed heads with them. Their mortal remains sent home to Uttarakhand in sealed caskets, their bodies too brutalized for even their families to see. See the two faces of Pakistan then.
We feel that the relationship between the two countries should not be held hostage by the past that the two countries have faced.
See the two faces of Pakistan now.
Any statement emanating from the billions of people in India will not deserve a response from the government of Pakistan.
But that time in August 2011, the Indian army got even, and how. With blistering force, they launched a special forces operation that delivered massive damage to the post across the line of control from where the attack had been mounted by the Pakistan army. There was an undisclosed number of casualties on the Pakistan side and huge damage to the post and infrastructure of the Pakistan army in that particular post. But what happens next in Mendhar? Will the Indian army mount a similar retaliatory strike? At the line of control with camera person Dinesh Lal, Shiv Arur for Headlines Today. Headlines says Deputy Editor Shiv Arur has been travelling
around the LOC, trying to get more inputs on the story, the mood there as well with the jawans. Shiv, first up, just bring us, up to speed with more details of this new revelation which has come forth. How have we learned about the incident of January 2011?
If you connect the August 2011 attack and how identical it is to what happened in this month in the Mendhar sector, there seems to be a representation of just how little things have actually changed on the line of control. At that time as well, there was barbarism involved. At that time, there was in fact a special forces retaliation by India in which heavy damage was actually inflicted on the Pakistani post in Kupwara, which leaves the question: what happens now in Mendhar? Is the Indian army, sitting down and planning a blistering retaliatory strike like the one it mounted reportedly in Kupwara in August 2011? Those questions don't have any answers, and there isn't really any point speaking about what could be. But the possibility of the army actually engaging in a retaliatory strike is real, considering what we've seen in the past. More importantly, the fact is, in '98, in the early 2000s, in 2011, 2013, we've seen barbarism happen. Is it a culture that is restricted to the Pakistan army, or is it something on both sides? The fact is, there has never been a reported incident where the Indian army has indulged in that sort of barbarism, but there has been talk of it. The fact is, it is representative of just how little has actually changed on the line of control.
All right, Shiv, thanks very much for joining us. But the fact of the matter is that this is an even more serious problem. This is not the first time that this has happened, and unfortunately, it won't be the last time, because this is something which is ingrained in Pakistani soldiers. This is what experts, former army men, former generals feel. Let's get you some of those reactions.
This kind of tit for tat has been going on not just 2011, ever since the ceasefire line or the line of control has been in existence. I know that such incidents have taken place, and this kind of so-called bestiality has been inflicted by both sides. It's only now, this time, because there is a ceasefire on the line of control since 2003, since the media has been hyperactive, and since public outrage about the lack of civility on the line of control. In my view, this is the line out of control and the line of no control. And I have absolutely no doubt that at a point in time, in the not too far future, the Indian army will carry out a reprisal attack and bring back trophies of Pakistani military heads. So what? Even if the Kashmir issue was resolved, permanent absence of cross-border terrorism.
Now, it's been 4 days since 2 Indian jawans were ambushed by Pakistani soldiers. They were beheaded and their bodies mutilated. Since then, Pakistan has built up its own strategy, its own key ways, 4 moves to outflank, outmaneuver India. To let the crisis simmer, first up, they've ignored India's demands for a flag meeting. It's also trying to internationalize the issue by demanding third-party intervention, despite, remember, opposition from China, a key ally for Pakistan. Over the past few weeks, at least 20 more militants have infiltrated into India. This has been confirmed by IB sources. Pakistan has also increased its official army deployment along the LOC.
They have one version, we have our own version, and we have reason to believe that that the version that we have given, it's a very authoritative version. But in case there is any further effort to establish the effective position, there should be no harm in approaching the third, the neutral observers, because after all, what is the mandate of the MOGM? Their mandate is exactly the same, to monitor the violations and to also investigate the violations.
Yes, you're right that the Indian High Commissioner in Islamabad was called to the Pakistani Foreign Office earlier today afternoon. He met the Pakistani Foreign Secretary, Mr. Jilani, At the meeting, he was handed a note verbal regarding an incident that is said to have occurred at the hot spring sector on the LOC on 10 January 2013. And this is said to have led to the death of a Pakistani soldier.